We love these guys because they've dedicated their lives to making us smile, frown, and sometimes even scream at the top of our voice. But have you ever wondered how much money these movie stars get for their hard work? In today's video, we're going to be showing you the highest paid movie roles of all time. Let's get into it. At number 10, we have Adam Sandler, The Ridiculous Six, $65 million. According to Forbes, Adam Sandler agreed to a four-movie, $250 million deal with Netflix in 2017. That amounts to $62.5 million for each movie. The first film included in the deal, The Ridiculous Six, had a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 0%, but the $62.5 million he got for the movie was undoubtedly a welcome compensation for some unfavorable remarks. After that, Netflix announced an agreement with Sandler and Happy Madison Productions in January 2020 for 4 additional films. Next, we have Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, $65 million. When Paramount approached Harrison Ford to feature in the 4th film in the Indiana Jones series, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, released in 2008, he was already in a semi-retired state, so the movie company made him a deal he couldn't refuse. According to Forbes, Ford, Steven Spielberg, and George Lucas would each receive nearly all of the movie's profits after Paramount recovered its production and advertising expenses. Ford earned $65 million as a result of the deal. According to Variety, a new Indiana Jones film starring Ford is scheduled to debut on June 30, 2023. Number 8. Keanu Reeves, The Matrix, $66.25 million. The Matrix Resurrections, the 4th movie in the series, had its U.S. debut on December 18, 2021, but it hasn't enjoyed the same level of box office success as the first 3 movies. Despite Keanu Reeves' star strength, the film only made $153.7 million in its first 2 months abroad, despite costing at least $190 million to produce, according to The Hollywood Reporter. But the star actor still took home a whopping $66.25 million for his performance. Number 7. Johnny Depp, Alice in Wonderland, $68 million. Johnny Depp is one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor is still a mainstay in entertainment despite the public defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. In fact, he has made a lot of money from smaller jobs. Johnny Depp received a £50 million paid despite starring in only a few minutes of Alice in Wonderland. That is approximately $68 million. According to an analysis by 24/7's Wall Street, Depp only spoke a total of 661 words in the film, making him one of the highest-paid actors for saying the least. Disney's live-action adaptation of the beloved animated film Alice in Wonderland was broadcast in 2010. Depp co-stars in the Tim Burton-directed film with Helena Bonham Carter, Anne Hathaway, and Mia Wasikowska. Next, we have Sandra Bullock, Gravity, $70 million. Sandra Bullock has firmly established herself as America's sweetheart in the archives of Hollywood history thanks to her comedic timing and girl-next-door charisma. But her career spans far beyond feel-good movies like Miss Congeniality and While You Were Sleeping. From action thrillers to legal dramas, she is one of the most successful stars in the business. Sandra Bullock signed a contract with Warner Bros. For her role as astronaut Ryan Stone in Gravity that included $20 million up front, 15% of the studio's share of box office revenue, 15% of the studio's share of film rental revenue, as well as a percentage from TV and ancillary revenue. The Hollywood Reporter reported that all added up to a paycheck of at least $70 million. Bullock's out-of-this-world earnings have made her the only woman to land on this list. Number 5. Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, $75 million. Cruise made $75 million for each of the 6 Mission Impossible movies, which collectively brought in more than $3.5 billion at the box office globally. 2 more installments in the series are forthcoming. The Mission, Impossible 7 movie, whose production was repeatedly delayed due to COVID-19, is slated for release on July 14, 2023, with The Mission, Impossible movie coming out on June 28, 2024. The two movies are expected to wrap up the narrative of Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt. Number 4. Robert Downey Jr., Avengers, Infinity War, $75 million. Robert Downey Jr. negotiated a unique financial arrangement with Marvel studio boss Kevin Feige that over the years resulted in massive paydays for the actor, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Downey gets back-end compensation from every Avengers movie as part of his contract to play Iron Man. He most likely made at least $75 million from the $2 billion grossing Avengers: Infinity War in 2018, according to sources who spoke to The Hollywood Reporter. Number 3. Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean, $90 million. Johnny Depp takes another spot on the list, and this time for a more obvious movie, Pirates of the Caribbean. According to Forbes, Disney gave Johnny Depp a staggering $90 million to play the main character in each Pirates of the Caribbean movie. With 5 films in the franchise, that works out to a $450 million payday overall. Even Depp has acknowledged that he received excessive pay for playing Captain Jack Sparrow. "It's ridiculous," Depp told Vanity Fair of his Pirates paycheck. Number 2. Will Smith, Men in Black 3, $90 million. In order to gear up for the third installment of the well-known Men in Black series, Will Smith was paid 9 figures. The Hollywood Reporter was informed by a source that Smith made $100 million from the movie, accounting for a significant portion of its $624 million worldwide box office gross. And at number 1, we have Bruce Willis, The Sixth Sense, $115 million. Playing dead didn't end up being too painful for Bruce Willis. When he decided to take the role of the lead character in The Sixth Sense, the actor secured himself a very lucrative contract. He agreed to a $20 million salary for the role of Dr. Malcolm Crowe, as well as 17% of the movie's worldwide box office revenue and extra rights to its home video sales. According to Thrillist, these numbers sum up to $115 million in earnings for Willis from just this one movie. What do you think about these numbers? Let us know down in the comments section.